Under those papers.
And Mr. Kopian, when we're done, you're just gonna log out and go back to the other room, the other meeting, guys. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
This is call number 2019-82513 in the interest of Ariel Compian. Please raise your right hand to be sworn, sir. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is John Compian. I am Ariel's father.
All right, and for the state?
Jacqueline Adeyemi.
The court will note that the custodial parent, Letitia Leggins, is not present. She did appear in court and signed order for parentage testing.
Yes, Your Honor.
And she was given further notice of this Zoom hearing by certified mail. Return receipt requested that was delivered 2:03 p.m. September 25th, 2020. She is not checked in, is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. We'll proceed by default. Hold on a minute.
And Your Honor, we're actually asking to have a hearing and you make the decisions on the issues of conservatorship and visitation, because this case is marked as family violence on our end, on all parties.
All right, DNA, court will note that the DNA test report would indicate that the alleged father, John Compian, is not excluded as the biological father of the tested child, Ariel Compian, which is the child subject to this suit. All right, let's proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I call my first witness?
Yes.
I would like to call Mr. John Kopian. Mr. Kopian, currently are you working?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay. And how much are you making? And where do you work?
I work for an international company called Desario USA in Desario, Mexico.
Okay. And how are you paid?
I am paid through direct deposit.
Are you paid on an hourly or weekly basis?
I get paid I get paid like per hour, but I get paid weekly. For now, until the company picks me up, then it will go to every 2 weeks.
Okay. And how much are you getting paid an hour?
Currently I'm getting paid $11.50 an hour,
And how many hours a week are you working?
40 hours.
Okay. And so based on that, you're asking for a child support of $269. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How is the child covered for medical insurance?
Currently right now, ma'am, on November 10th is when I will be at this company for 3 months. And that's when the actual company is going to pick me up. So that's when I'll get all my benefits and everything.
Thank you. If you can answer the question, how is the child currently covered for medical insurance?
I'm assuming it's through Medicaid.
Okay. And so we're asking for a medical support of $60 a month. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Within since April 15, 2019, did you and Mrs. Leggings live together?
Yes, we did.
Okay. When did you stop living together?
October 3rd of 2019.
Okay. So since November 2019, have you been incarcerated?
Since what, ma'am?
Since November 2019, have you been incarcerated?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And since November 2019, have you given Miss Leggings any money directly to help support with Ariel?
No, ma'am. I have tried to. I've asked her what size clothes to provide clothes, diapers, shoes, things like that. But she told me that she doesn't need anything from me, that she has everything covered. So, and I have text messages to prove that.
Okay. And so so we're going to take a retro judgment against you in the amount of $2,191 and to be paid off at $50 a month.
I mean, I personally don't think that it's fair because I tried to pay for my daughter, but the mother's the one that didn't want the money from me. But I mean, if that's what I have to do, I mean, that's just what I got to do. It's not what I want to do because I tried to make to provide for my daughter, and the mother wouldn't allow me. So, I mean, I guess
So no direct payment was paid to Miss Leggings. That is correct.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
That's correct. Okay. So currently, do you have any safety concerns? Is there any family violence between you, or is there any physical or any type of violence between you and Miss Leggings?
For me, no. I do have on video where me and her, she was cussing at me because she was upset. And I asked her why she cussed at me, and she just turned around and started hitting me. I do have a video of that. Her family is kind of they're like, her brother's abusive. He I used to live with them, and he would get mad. When he would get mad, he'd start punching and breaking things. There was an incident one time while Letitia was pregnant with Ariel at the time, and I was driving, where he turned around in the back seat, punched me in my face while I was driving, got out of the car, and then broke the window on my side.
Okay.
So I mean,
has there been any physical violence between the both of you? Any type of assault between you and Miss?
Not from me. Not
between you and Miss Leggings.
Yes. From me and Miss Leggings.
Okay.
But she assaulted me. I didn't never put my hands on her.
Okay.
She assaulted me.
Okay. Was there a police report filed?
No, there was not.
Okay. Is there any protective order filed?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Are there any criminal charges against you? Or any
criminal? I have on my background from 2001 when I was a juvenile. I was probably 11 or 12 years old of indecency.
All right, we don't need to
child.
know about that. We don't need to know about when you were a juvenile.
Okay. Yeah, as far as adult-wise, I just have a failure to register, which I no longer have to do.
A failure to register what, if you could explain that?
Um, when I was a juvenile, that's what they told me I had to do was register as a sex offender. I've already completed that, and I did 5 extra years, not knowing my time had ended in 2013 as far as registering. I did 5 extra years registering, so
Okay.
that's the only thing on
All
my
right.
adult
And
record.
okay. And so currently does Miss Leggings know where you live?
She knows where I stay. She knows where my sister stays. Yes, ma'am.
If you were to move, or would Miss Leggings cause you any harm if you were to move? If you were to move and Miss Leggings didn't know where you lived, would she cause you any harm if she was to find out where you moved to?
Um, on that, I'm not sure. She might. I can't say for sure, but she could.
You are asking the court to grant you a non-disclosure. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, I am. Because I want to be able to visit my daughter without having any problems. I want to be able to my family to be able to visit my daughter. I have my other children who get to come over here with me, unsupervised visits, and there's no problems, there's no issues. Um, you know, and I haven't had any complaints from the mothers, and anything like that. So, I mean, I don't feel like I should have supervised visits. I feel like my visits should be unsupervised visits. So that way my family can also see my daughter.
Okay. In regards to possession and access, you are asking the court to grant you a standard visitation. Is that correct? Or a
Standard visitation first.
And you
I'm sorry, it's the standard unsupervised visitation first, third, and fifth weekend of every month. And then the holidays.
And how old is your daughter?
My daughter is probably like a year and a half, almost 2 years in April.
And so you are aware that the standard visitation applies to children over the age of 3, correct? It is in the best interest.
I did not know it.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Okay. Okay. So you didn't know that. I apologize. So have you watched your daughter overnight by yourself previously?
I haven't seen my daughter since Christmas Eve of last year. That was the very last time.
Okay. So prior to moving out of the home, you've never spent or had overnight visits with your daughter. Is that correct?
Since I moved out, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I have not.
Okay. So does the child know you very well?
No, ma'am. I've tried asking if I could meet, spend time with my daughter, see my daughter, and Letitia wouldn't allow me to see her, or she would make up an excuse. Like, for instance, recently this was probably last week, she wanted me to wait for 3 hours for her to only see my daughter for 5 minutes. That's not even enough time for your daughter to even get to know you or know me as her father. So I don't think that that's something that was right. For me having to wait for 3 hours, I get off of work at a certain time, and I live in Rosenberg, Texas, so it's a whole hour drive from my job to here, or where I currently reside, and for me to sit there in Houston for 3 hours, just with nothing to do and only being able to see my daughter for 5 minutes. And then she turned around and changed her mind. It's like, you know what? Never mind. You're just never going to see your daughter again.
Okay.
And she said she had told me she was going to be moving out of the state of Texas. So I was like, well, you can't do that.
Okay. So in regards to a pickup and drop-off location, you're asking that the pickup and drop-off be in Katie Mills Mall at the food court. Is that correct?
Well, I would prefer it be right there at the Bass Pro Shop, the Outdoor World, just right there. And I just rather it be just her by herself. No, not her brother around, not her mom, just her and my daughter.
Okay. In regards to conservatorship or custody, you are asking that the court appoint you joint managing conservatorship. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you made any decisions concerning Ariel's well-being?
As far as what, ma'am?
As far as going to the doctor, going to school.
I as far as here, if you know, there's a doctor who I used for my other daughter, and she's with Texas Children's. She's really good. She's dealt with all of my nephews, my
Okay,
daughter.
sir. Okay, sir. Can you don't communicate with this child's mother, right?
I try to, but she doesn't communicate back with me.
So there's no way that you all can make joint decisions about what's in the best interest of this child, correct? Because she doesn't communicate with you. So how, you know,
I try to. I mean, I've asked her for her doctor's information. She won't give me the information. So I mean, I can't force her to give me something that she doesn't want to.
Okay. You're also asking, you're also asking for court costs to be placed against you starting, on or before the 29th day of November, 2020. December. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, you were breaking up, ma'am. I apologize.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I was breaking up. There also a court cost to be placed against you on or before the 29th day of December 2020. Is that correct? Arnold went over this with you.
I didn't know anything about that, but yes, ma'am. I mean,
Okay.
I know I have to pay the court cost.
Yes. So Arnold, someone did speak to you about the court cost. Is that correct?
I didn't. That's one thing we never spoke of was the court cost.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I do apologize about that, but
It's not your
that's fine.
It's okay. It's not your fault. Thank you for notifying. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. Your Honor, the state passed the witness.
or do you have a proposed?
Yes, I do have a close.
Um,
The only other option is, Your Honor, is where the issue was for the state was because the case was flagged as family violence. Was the
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You need to start that again. You broke up.
Oh, I apologize. I said, Your Honor, the state is just asking you to make a decision concerning the conservatorship and the visitation schedule, along with the family violence and non-disclosure, because the other party did state that there was issues between family violence and a non-disclosure between the both of them, Your Honor.
The other party said that.
Not the other party. Mr. Kopian did testify to that there is family violence issues between him and Ms. Leggings, and he's also asking for a non-disclosure and appointing a conservatorship and figuring out a correct visitation schedule. We are asking the court to make a decision on those.
And you have other agreements, or rather other matters that he's in agreement with?
He is in agreement with the medical support, Your Honor, the child support, and the retro support, Your Honor. He is asking that the court grant a non-disclosure, but grant the joint managing conservatorship, grant a standard visitation schedule, medical support $60, child support $269, with the retro support of $2,191 to be paid off at $50, all starting the 1st of November, 2020. The retro judgment is to begin November 1st, 2019.
So what issues are outstanding?
Conservatorship and visitation and the family violence along with non-disclosure. And the visitation and the possession and access, Your Honor. I forgot to tell you that. I apologize.
All right, the mother and father appointed joint managing conservators. The father has standard possession order with exchange to take place at the Bass Pro Shop at Katy Mills Mall. Mother to deliver child without the company of anyone else. Non-disclosure is granted. All other agreements are approved. Anything further?
Okay, thank you. No, Your Honor. Thank you. May we
All
be
right.
excused?
Yes, thank you.
You can leave Mr. Copion and go to the other place.
Okay, so I just dial in the other back to where I was at before.